Hi, my name is Tam Lee, and today I'm going to talk about how to create wealth in your current situation. Now, wealth is something we all strive for. Everybody wants to be more wealthy, have more money. And so, how do we do that? Well, there are actually many ways to create wealth. I'm going to explain to you a couple of them. Has anybody heard about the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? Well, basically, this gentleman wrote this book in terms of teaching the average person how to create wealth. And he created something which he coins the 4 quadrants. And I will explain that for you. The first quadrant is employee. Second one is self-employed. The next one is investment. And the next one is your own business. Basically what he says that on the left side and the right side are 2 different ways on how to make money. And I'm just going to go through them with you for the benefits and disadvantage of each. The first one is employee. Now, everybody has a job, okay? And when you ask yourself, why do they have jobs? Well, it's simple. It's basically, you go to work and you get paid, and basically what you're doing is you're basically trading time, okay, for money, basically. Your labor to get cash. Now, why do people do that? It's security, really. When you have a job, you get X amount of money, you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, and from there you can pay your bills. So you have some sort of sense of security. Now, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Basically, 80% of the people in the world do that. But I can tell you 2 things, that you'll never become wealthy. You might become comfortable, okay? But you'll never become wealthy doing this way. Why is that? There's 2 reasons. Why? Because the first thing is that, think about this. When somebody hires you, okay, you have to produce more than what they basically, how I say this, you have to produce more than what they pay you for. Otherwise, why would they hire you, okay? You have to produce a surplus. So let's say, for example, your X amount of work produces $1 worth of work. It would probably pay you like 60 cents, because that 40 cents actually has a drive for his business or her business. So straight out of the fact that you will never make money in terms of being truly wealthy working for somebody. You might be comfortable, but never make money. Now you're saying, Tam, well, there's many people that make $100,000 a year, Toronto cops or something, or maybe have a good job. True, they do make that much money, but also the problem is that when you work for somebody, okay, this is the other disadvantage. Taxes. The more money you make not necessarily means the more money you keep. We have something called marginal tax rate, okay? Anywhere between 40,000 and 50,000 is a big difference. The more money you make, the higher your marginal tax rate is. I believe around $50,000, that marginal tax rate is about 35%. So think about that. For every dollar you make, the government takes about 35%. Now, yes, you could take away some sort of deduction, but there's only so much deductions you can take, okay? So the disadvantage of working for somebody is that, you get taxed. And, well, you are working for somebody. But there's less headaches when you think about it. You go to your job, whatever happens, doesn't happen. But then again, you don't have that sense of control, okay? This is not bad. A lot of people take it, but it's not necessarily the best way. The next one is an evolution of that. It's the self-employed person. Now, who does that? Doctors, lawyers, real estate agents, highly paid salespeople. Basically, if you're really good at your game, if you're really good, okay, you want to be here. Because you make a lot more money. A lot more. Because this is where you actually earn how much you're actually really worth. So, that's why these peak professions, okay, at the peak, people that are really good at what they do make a lot of money, okay? But what are the disadvantages of that? Well, it is a job. Okay, and it is a job that you invest a lot in. There is obviously more risk. If you don't work, you don't make money. If you don't strive to be your best, then you won't succeed. So in this quadrant, it requires you to be perfect in a sense, okay? Because if you're not up to that par, then you will fail. So it takes out the chaff. Obviously, certain advantage is the taxations, because you could have a lot more write-offs, okay, than this guy here. So, for example, if you're a salesperson, you could write off a lease for your car, this and that, basically. So there are obviously more advantages to that. Disadvantage is that if you stop working, you don't get paid. So you obviously have to work, always. Okay, that is the disadvantage. Otherwise, it's not a bad thing. Okay, having a self-employed. The next one is the investment side. Now this is very interesting. I myself personally love this. It is be able to have income without really doing anything. Okay, I myself have a real estate property. Okay, and from that real estate property, I get money, and I don't require me to do anything. Basically, people just give me money, basically. But the problem with this is that you obviously have to have money to invest, a lot of money actually, to invest in assets that pay dividends or cash flow. If you don't have that, then obviously this doesn't qualify. But when you make money, you really want to be into this, because really it comes down to you take money and you create more money, but without sacrificing time. So you basically free up more time. Again, the disadvantage is you gotta have money to make money, okay? The last one I really want to talk to you about is the business. Now, business, what is the difference? Because this is very similar, actually. A person that has their own business, works really hard at it, puts a lot of time and effort into it, and the difference really is that usually this requires a lot more capital startup. Usually, obviously, if you have if you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, your own practice, it's a gray area. They sort of inconvene. But yeah, usually the startup is a lot more, and there's a higher failure rate, and you're truly invested. The risk is substantial. Okay, you have to. That's why there's so many people that are bankrupt in the United States, because they really want to have their own business. It's do or die, really. It comes down to that. But what is the real difference between this and this? The difference is leverage. That's the difference. Because if you have your own business, and if you work, let's say, for example, 5 years down the line, and then you want to go to retire, you could sell your business. Okay, you could literally sell your business, and it can run without you. It's basically you're leveraging it. That's the real difference. Now, why did I show you this? Okay, and how does that apply to you? Well, simple. I'm just gonna explain it to you. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna introduce you a concept called Market America, which is a company that I am involved with. Okay, and how does that apply to you, and why should you care? Well, as we explained, you could. I don't know if you know this, and I probably never told you this, that you could actually exist in all 4 quadrants. Myself, I exist in 3: employee, investment, and business. So it's not choosing one or the other. It's taking a bit of both, okay? And Market America allows you to do that. Why? Okay, first of all, it's a business, okay? It's a business. Market America basically is a product broker business with internet, a strong arm in internet marketing. How does that translate? Well, because we are a product broker business, we do not manufacture any of our own products. Now, how is that beneficial? Well, simple as this. We basically find out what the general population wants in terms of what is needed out there, and we outsource it to companies that already produce it, and they produce it for us exclusively, so they're already very good at what they're doing anyways, okay? The advantage of that is that you have more lines, you can create more products, okay? And if something doesn't work, then you can discontinue it. You're not committed fully, okay? So that's what we are. We are also a great internet. When I say great, I mean fantastic. Okay, internet company that allows people to make money off the internet. And now I will fully explain that to you. The company I work with, okay, this is basically a way of doing business. It's different than, say, let's say you have a store you open and people come in, because business evolves. I don't know if you know this, but it does evolve. Every 10 years it changes. Okay, when in the 30s you had direct selling. When I mean direct selling, I mean like knock door to door selling things. Okay, now obviously very few people do that nowadays. Some people, but very few people. Then you got franchising. Then you got telemarketing. Then you got late night infomercials. These are all evolutionary ways of people buying products. Okay, in terms of how it evolves. Remember those late night infomercials? You say, "Oh my God, that's a good product. Why didn't I think about that?" Well, you're right. It is a good product, and millions are sold that way. And that's just how it's evolved. Right now, we are in the information age, okay? And the internet, okay, is a phenomenal way of how people shop now. And because why do people shop on the internet? Well, think about it. They shop on the internet because of convenience. They could just compare prices, products without even leaving their own home. And they get the best deals because there's no additional cost structure involved, like there's a store, there's this employee, you cut that off, okay, so you can get a better deal. That's why people shop on the internet, and this is here to stay, and we're part of that, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I stress that as time go on, this is the way businesses operate now. So how do you make money? How do you make money? There are a couple ways that you can make money with Market America. The first way is basically product. Okay, I myself, Market America has many different products. Myself, personally, I chose the health and nutrition. And the reason why I chose health and nutrition is that I looked at our product and we have a very good product. I'm not just saying that, it literally is a very good product, okay? The product is comparable to products that you'd find at stores. It's not more expensive if you compare apples to apples, okay? And it's better, okay, because it has a superior delivery system. So overall, you have a better product, okay? It's a better mousetrap, okay? People that take care of themselves. Health and nutrition, again, this is my personal choice. It's very specific. People that really care about themselves want the best, or people are very sick, they still want the best. Mediocre people, they don't care. They probably just go to Walmart or something and buy a multivitamin for $10 and they think it's good. They don't know better, but they really don't care. Okay, they think it's just good enough. But I concentrate on people that actually do care. Okay, because if you really know about it, what you're buying at what you think is cheap at Walmart is not. Okay, but that's another topic for another time. So you sell products. Okay, that's what I sell. My market margin, okay, is around 30%. That is pretty damn good. 30% margin. So every time I sell products, I make money. I make cash. Okay, 30%. That's not bad. I don't have to hold inventory. I do hold just a small inventory because the convenience of it, but I don't have to like buy a lot of stuff or something. I could just order it, okay, when the client requires it, and I don't even have to have a lot of clients too, and I'll explain to you all that later. So that's one way, okay. The second way is cash back. Now this is the term. I don't really like this term, but this is basically the term. Basically, our internet business allows people to shop in the internet, and they earn cash back, basically. So think about this. Where do people go right now on the internet? What do they do? Well, they probably look for the vacations, car rentals, hotels, flowers, electronics, things that don't necessarily have to come and actually look at, okay? Nobody has to actually look at flowers. They could see a picture of a flower. Nobody has to go and book an airline, okay, to an actual physical place. It's all done either remotely or on telephone or the internet. What if I told you, okay, people that, if people did that on your site, they'll save money. Why would they do that? Of course they would, right? Because if you can promote your site and to save people money, which they already do anyways, then you make money. And so what happens is that on Cashback is the client, okay? So you have, let's say, 10 clients, and they do internet shopping anyways, and you tell them about your website, and they go on the website and they actually save money, okay? So there's obviously incentive for them to go on your website. It's simple as to save money. You get points, and with these points, eventually you get a commission, okay? So when you think about it, that's a pretty damn good business, because really it requires you to do nothing, and except for the initial promotion, because they actually have to know it, and it runs 24/7, 365 days a year. You make money when you're sleeping. It's a beautiful business when you think about it. And we have it from shop.com. What a great website, eh? Shop.com. Not some weird website people don't. Anyone can understand what shop.com is, okay? So that's what we have. And the third way is time and leverage. That's the third way. That's the true way to make money, okay? That's the difference. Because you could sell some products all you want, maybe people go on the internet, but when you can leverage this, if you have the leadership quality, and basically you can grow as an individual, then you can make money. Absolutely. 100%. And I'll show you that too. So, let me take this out. Now you're probably thinking, why should I do this? Why do I care? I don't know. Everything is fine right now. Well, I'm going to show you something called the 45-year plan. Now this concept is some people don't understand it, and it's so radical that they reject it. But I'll explain it to you, and you could probably find it on the internet because it is true. The 45-year plan says that if you graduated college or university or whatever, right? At 20 you go work and you retire at 65, hence that's 45 years. And out of that, they took a study and they found that 100 people, what happens with this? This is statistics. Out of 100 people, 1%, okay, make it really big. They become, I don't know, CEOs, athletes, actors, where they basically make $300,000 a year after retirement. Then you got basically the 4%, and they are financially fit. They make anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000 a year. Again, after retirement. How did they get that? Simple. They're business owners, okay, or they have residual income. That's simple fact. How do you think they make this? They stop working, right? Then you got 5%, and they're okay. When I say they're okay, basically what it means is that they have money. They saved up for retirement. They did what they have to do, but at the end of 65, one or two things will happen. Either they continue working, or or if they had a job, and they're manually retired, they'll probably do something. I don't know, probably work at Walmart or something. And why is that? Because for them to sustain the level of lifestyle that they choose, they need to make more.